Well, here we are, everybody. We are returning today to an old favorite as well. I'm feeling that this week is a little bit of a nostalgia week. We are returning to Infinite slightly. The Sunggyu put out a new song called When I Think About You. And look, I love Infinite so much. I truly think that they were one of the craziest things that I ever discovered. And I really miss them. And I was glad to be alerted to a new song from one of the members. So, we're going to do that. Let's check it out. The song is called When I Think About You.
문득 생각이 났어. 난 그날 이후로 단 한 번도 스치듯 가벼운 그 어떤 말로도 너를 얘기해 본 적이 없어. 지나간 추억 그래 한때 나의 세상 전부였던 끔찍할 만큼 너무 나 사랑했던 사람이라고 말해버리기엔 아직까지도 널 떠올리면 눈물이 흐르고 숨이 턱 막혀서 꽉 채워버려 모두 너로 물들어. 문득 생각이 났어. 난 그날 이후로 단 한 번도 스치듯 가벼운 그 어떤 말로도 편히 널 그리워해 본 적이 없어. 지나간 추억 그래 한때 나의 세상 전부였던
This is really nice.
끔찍할 만큼 너무 나 사랑했던 사람이라고 말해버리기엔 아직까지도 널 떠올리면 눈물이 흐르고 숨이 턱 막혀서 이 텅 빈 마음속 다 너로 꽉 채워버려 모두 너로 시간이 해결해 줄 거라고 마냥 기다렸어. 바보처럼 이별이란 건 함께한 시간의 끝이 아니란 걸 끝없는 그리움의 시작이란 걸 이 순간까지도 알지 못했어. 지금조차도 널 떠올리면 눈물이 흐르고 숨이 턱 막혀서 이 텅 빈 마음속 다 너로 꽉 채워버려 모두 너로 물들여.
The funny thing is that this has kind of caused me to reminisce, and I think about all the stuff that we've done with Infinite. And weirdly enough, the one thing that always sticks to me is a lot of the silly stuff. We were doing Infinite Company there for a long time, and they were just all so silly and had all this, hilarious stuff. Sometimes it kind of makes you forget that, they are truly amazing musicians. And listening to this has kind of made me want to go back and re-listen to a lot of the Infinite stuff. This song is really pretty. And I feel like that when I listen to this, one of my favorite things is I just greatly appreciate the fact that the tone that was set here kind of just reminded me of where probably I should think of them in general. They have a lot of bangers first and foremost, but I think Sunggyu himself is actually one of those people I feel like, sadly enough, I hate to say this now, but they're like, he's so underrated. And I think that in a lot of ways this brings back a lot of really good memories. Listening to this song, I love the emotion he is able to capture. The feeling of the sad, depressive feeling, in a lot of ways doesn't even need to have the set with like spider webs and whatnot. Like he's able to control and convey these emotions really well. And I say it a lot, but I think it's just true. It's just the more simple the song, the more impactful the emotions can be. And I feel like that with this is one of those moments where I'm reminded of that, that this is something that veterans can do. This is just a really good reminder. I love this song. I love the simplicity. Again, in terms of like starting all the writing processes that I'm doing right now with like my own music and stuff like that, it's stuff like this that I've just kind of gravitated to as it is. And given the fact that we have just such a master, and it's nice to see that there's still a place for this kind of music too. 생각이 났어. 난 그날 이후로 단 한 번도 스치듯 가벼운 그 어떤 말로도 맘 편히 널 그리워해 본 적이 없어. 지나간 추억 그래 한때 나의 세상 전부였던. The thing that I really like is that he's got a really good voice. It's this clear tone, but there's kind of an undeniable grit that is sitting in that voice that really kind of helps push out those emotions. And the way that his vibrato sits, which most of the time, I don't really like this particular vibrato, which I always lovingly refer to as the sheep vibrato. But I think this is one of those cases where like using your tools to what you have to make a statement. And I think that's what this does here, because you listen to that part especially, and you get that want, you get that longing, but you get the intensity as well. it's so emotive, and then you have the strings coming right there, and it's just uh, it creates quite the whirlwind.
어디까지도 날 떠올리면 눈물이 흐르고 숨이 턱 막혀서 이 텅 빈 마음속 다 너로 꽉 차.
I think this is one of those cases where being like a melodramatic rather than being like over the top dramatic really kind of helps out. It's more settled. It's maybe even a little bit more relatable, because a lot of times when we see sad songs, it's a lot of tears and a lot of like overthrowing of the emotion, where this is just like, it kind of just sits with you, you know? Very cool. I like this a lot. Let me know what y'all think about this. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you and goodbye.